Did you know Liverpool, birthplace of the Beatles? Liverpool is the legendary hometown of the most influential band in music history, the Beatles. You can still visit iconic locations like Penny Lane and Strawberry Field. Two Premier League giants, the city is home to two major Premier League football clubs, Liverpool FC, with their iconic anthem, You'll Never Walk Alone, and Everton FC. The rivalry between the two, known as the Merseyside Derby, is one of the fiercest in English football. Three UNESCO World Heritage Site, Liverpool's historic waterfront, including the Pierhead with its three graces, the Royal Liver Building, the Cunard Building, and the Port of Liverpool Building, is a designated UNESCO World Heritage Site, recognizing its architectural significance and maritime history. First public lending library. Liverpool boasts the oldest public lending library in England, founded in 1758. This demonstrates the city's long-standing commitment to education and literacy. Home to Europe's oldest Chinatown. Liverpool is home to the oldest Chinese community in Europe, established in the 19th century. The vibrant Chinatown is marked by a grand ceremonial arch, a gift from Shanghai. Significant role in transatlantic trade. In the 18th and 19th centuries, Liverpool was a crucial port in transatlantic trade, including the movement of goods and people. Its docks played a pivotal role in global commerce. Numerous museums and galleries. Liverpool has a rich cultural scene with a wide array of museums and galleries, including Tate Liverpool, the Merseyside Maritime Museum, and the World Museum, offering something for every interest. Scouse dialect. The city has a distinctive accent and dialect known as Scouse, which is unique to Liverpool and its surrounding areas. It's characterized by its melodic sound and unique vocabulary. St. George's Hall. This magnificent neoclassical building is considered one of the finest examples of Victorian architecture in the UK. It has served various purposes, including concert hall, law courts, and meeting place. City of Firsts. Liverpool was the first UK city to be awarded the European Capital of Culture title in 2008, highlighting its significant contribution to the arts and culture.
Here are 10 inventions and innovations with links to Liverpool. 1 crossword puzzle. Arthur Wynne, who was from Liverpool, created the first modern crossword puzzle. It appeared in the New York World on December 21, 1913, and was originally called Word Cross. 2 lending library, the Lyceum on Bold Street, established in 1802, was the first library to allow people to borrow books free of charge. Before this, libraries primarily operated on a subscription basis for private use. 3 Dinky toys. These popular collectible die-cast toy vehicles were first produced in 1934 at a factory on Binns Road in Liverpool. 4 Overhead Railway. Opened in 1893, the Liverpool Overhead Railway was the world's first electric elevated railway. It was built to ease traffic congestion along the docks and was affectionately known as the Docker's Umbrella, as it provided shelter from the rain. 5 RSPCA, Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. The founding meeting of the Society, initially named for the suppression of wanton cruelty to brute animals, took place in a coffeehouse on Bold Street in 1809. This makes it the world's oldest animal welfare charity. 6 football nets. John Alexander Brodie, who was Liverpool's city engineer, invented the football goal net in 1889. He trialed his invention at Stanley Park. 7 world's first wet dock with floodgates. Steers Old Dock, which opened in 1715, was the first commercial wet dock globally. The use of floodgates allowed ships to remain afloat regardless of the tide, a significant advancement for maritime trade. 8 Meccano. Frank Hornby, born in Liverpool, patented Mechanics Made Easy in 1901, which later became known as Meccano. This construction toy, with its interchangeable metal parts, became hugely popular and influenced generations of engineers. 9 Hornby model railways. Following the success of Meccano, Frank Hornby introduced his model railway system in the 1920s, which also became a beloved toy worldwide. 10. Purpose-built ambulance. Liverpool was the first city in Britain to have a purpose-built ambulance service. This horse-drawn ambulance was established in 1883 and based at the Old Northern Hospital. Liverpool has a rich history of innovation, particularly in transport, engineering, and social reform. Its status as a major port and industrial center during the 19th century fostered an environment for groundbreaking inventions and development.
Here are 10 iconic streets that capture different aspects of Liverpool's character and history. 1. Matthew Street, arguably Liverpool's most famous street, synonymous with the Beatles and home to the legendary Cavern Club. It's a vibrant pedestrianised area, packed with music venues and pubs. 2. Bold Street, a bustling and bohemian thoroughfare known for its independent shops, diverse restaurants, and striking architecture, including the Lyceum building. 3. Penny Lane, immortalised by the Beatles. This street in the south of Liverpool evokes a nostalgic and quintessential British charm. 4. Hope Street, a culturally significant street linking Liverpool's to cathedrals, Anglican and Metropolitan, and home to the Philharmonic Hall and Everyman Theatre, embodying the city's artistic spirit. 5. Albert Dock. While technically a complex of docks and warehouses, the cobbled quays and colonnades create iconic streets lined with museums, galleries, shops, and restaurants representing Liverpool's maritime heritage. 6. Castle Street, one of Liverpool's original 7 streets. It boasts impressive Victorian architecture, including the Town Hall, and is now a stylish area with bars and eateries. 7. Dale Street, another of the original medieval streets. It retains a sense of history with its grand buildings and traditional pubs, reflecting Liverpool's growth as a commercial centre. 8. Lime Street, a major gateway to the city, dominated by the grand architecture of Lime Street Station and St George's Hall, representing Liverpool's Victorian grandeur. 9. Lark Lane, a vibrant street in the Aigburth area, known for its independent boutiques, cafes, bars, and a bohemian atmosphere, offering a different flavour of Liverpool life. 10. Water Street, situated near the pier head. This street showcases impressive early 20th century commercial architecture, reflecting Liverpool's historical importance as a major port and financial hub. Here are 10 individuals who have made a significant impact in combat sports, primarily in boxing and mixed martial arts. Boxing. John Conter, widely considered Liverpool's greatest boxer. He held the WBC light heavyweight world title in the 1970s and was a British and Commonwealth champion. Tony Bellew, a modern great from Liverpool. Bellew was the WBC cruiserweight world champion and a former British and Commonwealth light heavyweight champion. He also had notable heavyweight fights. Paul Hodgkinson, a former WBC featherweight world champion, who also held British and European titles in the same division. Liam Smith, a former WBO super welterweight world champion and British champion at the same weight. He comes from a family of 4 fighting brothers. Callum Smith, another of the fighting Smith brothers. Callum held the WBA super middleweight world title and was a decorated amateur. Rocky Fielding held the WBA regular super middleweight world title and the WBA intercontinental title. Natasha Jonas, a trailblazing female boxer from Liverpool. Jonas is a former Olympian and has held world titles in multiple weight classes. David Price, a towering heavyweight who held British and Commonwealth titles and competed against some of the biggest names in the division. Mixed martial arts. Darren Till, a prominent MMA fighter who competed in the UFC's welterweight and middleweight divisions. Known for his striking skills, he fought for the UFC welterweight championship. Paddy Pimblett, a rising star in the UFC's lightweight division. The baddie is known for his charismatic personality and submission skills. Liverpool has a rich history in boxing, producing numerous champions and talented fighters over the decades. More recently, the city has also become a hotbed for MMA talent, with several fighters making waves in major promotions like the UFC. This vibrant fight culture is supported by local gyms and a passionate fan base. 5 iconic landmarks in Liverpool. 1. A Liverpool Cathedral, also known as the Cathedral Church of Christ, and is one of the largest Anglican cathedrals in the world. Boasting stunning Gothic Revival architecture, construction began in 1904 and was completed in 1978. 74 years in the making. For those of you not so hot on maths, the cathedral's organ holds the record of being the biggest organ in the UK and one of the largest in the world, made up of 10,267 pipes. 2. St George's Hall, completed in 1854. This neoclassical building is an iconic symbol of Liverpool. Get a train into Liverpool Lime Street, walk down the front steps, and offset just to your right, you'll see the stunning St George's Hall, with its 16 huge, Corinthian dominating pillars and several statues populating the front. It is equally as impressive on the inside, housing concert halls, an old law court, marriage registration offices, and various exhibition spaces. 3. Royal Liver Building, one of Liverpool's most recognisable landmarks. The Royal Liver Building was completed in 1911 and is notable for its distinctive liver birds, Bella and Bertie, atop the towers. At the time it was built, it was considered one of the world's first skyscrapers, as the tallest building in Europe, until 1931, and holding the record for being the tallest building in the UK until 1961. The clock faces are larger than those of the Westminster Clock in London Big Ben. 4. Albert Dock. This historic complex of dock buildings and warehouses was constructed between 1841 and 1846. Considered as quite the architectural feat at the time, the dock played a significant role in Liverpool's maritime history. After falling into decline throughout the decades leading up to the 90s, it has been transformed again and is now a massive tourist attraction in and of itself, with over 4 million visitors per year. Home to various museums and galleries, including the Tate, along with an array of bars and restaurants. 5. Port of Liverpool Building, located at Pier Head. This building is another part of Liverpool's iconic waterfront. It was constructed between 1904 and 1907 and is notable for its grand architecture and ornate interiors. Having been used for filming several films and TV series, it is now utilised as mostly office space. 5 iconic landmarks in Liverpool. 1. Cunard Building, situated in between the Port of Liverpool Building and the Royal Liver Building as one of the city's 3 graces. The Cunard Building was built in 1916 and served as the headquarters for the Cunard Line shipping company. As with its neighbours, it features beautiful and intricate architectural details, both inside and out. 2. Bluecoat Chambers, built in 1717. It is the oldest surviving building in Liverpool city centre, originally a charity school for orphans. This historic building is now a hub for contemporary art exhibitions and social outreach with a cafe and outdoor space. 3. The Philharmonic Hall. The original hall opened in 1849. Built as a purpose-built concert hall, situated on Hope Street, it was renowned and noted for its exceptional acoustics at the time. The current building, constructed in the Edwardian style, dates back to 1939 after the original hall was destroyed by fire in 1933. The hall is frequently in use for events ranging from classical music to comedy. 4. Sefton Park Palm House, the only one on the list that isn't in the city centre. The Palm House is located in Sefton Park, towards the south end of the city. This Victorian glasshouse was completed in 1896 and features an array of exotic plants, as was its intended purpose. It also serves as a venue for concerts and events. 5. The Bombed Out Church, St. Luke's Church, to give it its official name, is located in the city centre on the corner of Bury St and Lee St. Built between 1811 1832. It was bombed during the May of 1941. In World War II, clue is in the name, and has since been left as a ruin, as well as a central point of reference and meeting point. It is now often used as an open-air venue for events.
Whoa, Kenny! What are you doing?
I am trying to find out where they keep their money!
You twat, can't you see these people have got no money? They can't even afford new furniture. We've got the guns, what's the matter with you? Every time we do a job, you have to go burning people's feet. What's wrong with you? You want to be more careful, old fella. You very nearly took my man's head clean off with that. You all right, Kenny? Kenny?
Steven Gerrard. The name resonates with the heart of Liverpool Football Club like few others. Born and bred a local lad, his journey at Anfield spans 17 unforgettable years, from 1998 to 2015, a period in which he etched his name into the club's folklore. His debut in November 1998 as a substitute against Blackburn marked the beginning of an era. Initially finding his feet, Gerrard's raw talent, powerful physique, and driving runs soon made him a regular fixture in the Liverpool midfield. By the turn of the millennium, he was not only a key player for the Reds but also breaking into the England national team. The 2001 season was a watershed moment. Gerrard was instrumental in Liverpool's historic treble, lifting the League Cup, the FA Cup, and the UEFA Cup. He even scored in the thrilling 5-4 UEFA Cup final victory against the Laves, showcasing his ability to perform on the biggest stages. In 2003, at just 23, he was handed the captain's armband, a testament to his growing influence and leadership qualities. This marked the beginning of his reign as Captain Fantastic, a leader who would inspire his teammates and the Anfield. Faithful with his passion and unwavering commitment, the pinnacle of his Liverpool career arrived in the 2004-05 season with the UEFA Champions League triumph in Istanbul. After a shaky group stage, where his stunning late goal against Olympiacos secured Liverpool's qualification, Gerrard led his team to an improbable comeback in the final against AC Milan, down 3-0. At half-time, he dragged his team back into the game, scoring the first goal and winning the penalty for the third, igniting one of the most famous comebacks in football history. Lifting the trophy in Istanbul cemented his legendary status. The following season saw more silverware as Liverpool won the FA Cup, a final that is often referred to as the Gerrard final, due to his two stunning goals, including a last-minute equaliser that took the game to extra time and penalties. He was also recognised individually, being named the PFA Players Player of the Year. Despite further successes, including another League Cup in 2012, the Premier League title eluded Gerrard throughout his career. There were near misses, most notably in the 2008-09 and 2013-14 seasons, but the elusive trophy never made its way to Anfield during his captaincy. In his 17 seasons at Liverpool, Steven Gerrard made an astonishing 710 appearances and scored 186 goals, placing him fifth in the club's all-time scoring list. His dynamic box-to-box midfield play, his ability to score spectacular goals,
Gostosa, só que sosa, sosa, sempre Here's a story from Liverpool's history. The May Blitz of 1941 was a period of intense bombing of Liverpool and the surrounding areas by the German Luftwaffe during the Second World War. Over 7 nights in May, the city was subjected to relentless air raids, leaving a trail of destruction and heartbreak. Liverpool, being a major port city, was a prime target for the Germans. Its docks were crucial for importing supplies and war materials, and disrupting this lifeline was a key objective for the Axis powers. The air raids began on the night of May 1st, 1941, and continued until the 7th. Night after night, the air raid sirens wailed, sending residents scurrying to shelters in their homes, public bunkers, or even the Mersey railway tunnels. The scale of the devastation was immense. Thousands of homes were destroyed or damaged, historic buildings were reduced to rubble, and the docks, the very heart of Liverpool's industry, took a severe pounding. Fires raged across the city, lit by incendiary bombs, and the smoke plumed high into the sky, visible for miles around. Despite the terror and destruction, the spirit of Liverpool remained unbroken. Firefighters, ambulance crews, police, and ordinary citizens worked tirelessly through the raids, rescuing survivors from bombed-out buildings, battling blazes, and providing aid to the injured. Acts of immense bravery and selflessness were commonplace. People helped their neighbors, shared what little they had, and showed an incredible resilience in the face of unimaginable adversity. The human cost was devastating. Over 1,700 people were killed in Liverpool and Birkenhead during the May Blitz, and many more were injured. The emotional scars of those who lived through it ran deep. Yet, from the ashes of the May Blitz, Liverpool began the long process of rebuilding. The city's resilience during those dark days became a testament to the strength and courage of its people, a story of endurance that remains a powerful part of its history.
From Celtic whispers, ancient and deep, where mudflats stretched and secrets sleep, the Mersey rises, a silver thread, through emerald fields, where history spread, a modest stream, then widening wide, embracing the rhythm of the ocean's tide. She saw the longships, sails unfurled, Norsemen's whispers across the world, naming her boundary, a crucial line, where nascent dreams began to shine. Then wool-laden boats, a gentle trade, as Liverpool's promise slowly made, through Georgian grace and grimy steam, she mirrored the city's waking dream. Cotton poured in, from distant lands, sugar and spice, from foreign sands. The docks expanded, a concrete might, forests of masts against the night. She bore the burden, a shadowed past. The human cargo, moving fast, across the waves, a bitter taste. A chapter etched, time cannot erase, yet wealth accumulated, tall and grand, a global hub, in a vibrant land. Then giants arrived, with smoke and roar, ocean liners, seeking more. From Liver's banks, to distant shores, carrying hopes, through opening doors, millions departed, a yearning cry, beneath the vast and endless sky. She felt the tremor, war's harsh breath, the screaming bombs, the dance of death, fires ablaze, a city's pain. But Mersey's spirit rose again, a defiant current, strong and true. Through darkest nights, she saw it through. The decline arrived, a quiet sigh, as old ways faded, time passed by. The docks grew silent, ghosts of trade, a melancholic, fading parade. But not for long, her heart would yearn for a new horizon, a vibrant return. Now modern structures, proud and tall, reflect her waters, answering the call. Cruise ships gleam, where cargo lay, and tourists wander, bright and gay. The ferry glides, a timeless friend, connecting souls until the end. The liver birds, on watch so keen, gaze on the Mersey, a changing scene. From humble start to ocean's might, she mirrors Liverpool's fading light. And rising glow, through sun and rain, the Mersey flows and breathes again.
The Great Escape and the Mayflower, a tale of religious freedom. Liverpool, as a major port city, has always been a gateway to the world, and this story highlights its role in a significant moment of religious migration. While the Pilgrim's journey on the Mayflower is famously associated with Plymouth, England, Liverpool played a lesser-known but crucial part in the broader movement of separatists seeking religious freedom. Many were imprisoned, fined, and even executed for their beliefs. A number of these separatists, particularly those from the north of England, found themselves looking for an escape route. Liverpool, though not yet the colossal port it would become, was a busy enough hub with regular sailings to Ireland and, importantly, to the Netherlands, a haven of religious tolerance at the time. These separatists, often secretly and under cover of darkness, would make their way to Liverpool. They would board small, unassuming vessels, often fishing boats or cargo ships, hoping to evade the authorities. One particularly dramatic incident, though not directly involving the Mayflower itself, exemplifies the perils and determination of these individuals. A group of separatists, including some who would later be among the Mayflower passengers, attempted to sail from a secluded cove near Liverpool. They had arranged for a ship to take them to Holland, but as they were boarding, they were betrayed. The local authorities, alerted to their plan, descended upon them. Chaos ensued, with some managing to get on board and others being captured on the shore. Women and children were separated from their husbands and fathers, creating heartbreaking scenes. Those who did manage to escape after harrowing journeys across the North Sea eventually found refuge in Leiden, Holland. Here they formed a thriving community. But as the years passed, concerns about their children losing their English identity and the increasing secularization of Dutch society led them to consider a further, even more ambitious migration to the New World. It was from this community in Leiden that the core group of pilgrims who sailed on the Mayflower in 1620 originated. While the Mayflower itself departed from Southampton and then Plymouth, the journey of these separatists, their great escape from persecution, often began in clandestine departures from ports like Liverpool. This story highlights Liverpool's early significance as a departure point for those seeking a better life and religious freedom, long before it became known for its grand transatlantic liners. It's a testament to the city's enduring role as a place of transit and a gateway to new beginnings for countless individuals throughout history.
The wail of the air raid siren was a familiar, chilling symphony in wartime Liverpool. By May 1941, the city, a vital lifeline for Britain's war effort with its sprawling docks, had already endured months of relentless bombing. But the first week of May brought a new, terrifying intensity. 7 consecutive nights of the Luftwaffe's fury, a period that would forever be etched in the memory of Liverpudlians as the May Blitz. Among the ordinary folks caught in this maelstrom was a woman I'll call Elsie, a spirited dock worker's wife living in the terraced streets near Bootle. She had seen her share of hardship, but nothing quite prepared her for the inferno that consumed her city. On the night of May 3rd, the bombs fell like a hailstorm. Elsie, her husband George, and their 2 young children, Tommy and little Mary, huddled in their small, damp cellar. The earth trembled with each distant thud, then closer, sharper concussions that rattled their teeth. They could hear the sickening whine of falling bombs, followed by explosions that seemed to rip the very fabric of the night. Suddenly, a deafening roar. The house shuddered violently, a sickening groan of collapsing timber and masonry. Dust thick and acrid choked their lungs. George instinctively shielded Mary, while Elsie pulled Tommy close. When the tremor subsided, they found themselves in utter darkness, buried beneath the rubble. Panic clawed at Elsie's throat, but she forced it down. "George, kids, are you all right?" she croaked, her voice hoarse with dust. "We're here, Mom," Tommy whimpered, a small hand clutching her arm. Mary coughed, but her cries were quickly muffled by George's embrace. They were trapped. The cellar door was jammed, blocked by debris. Hours passed in suffocating darkness. The air grew heavy, hot, and stale. The distant sounds of explosions continued, interspersed with the terrifying crackle of nearby fires. Elsie imagined their street, their home, reduced to twisted wreckage and ash. Above them, they could hear muffled shouts, the crunch of boots on rubble, and the frantic ring of fire engines. Hope flickered, then dimmed. Were they even alive? Would anyone find them? Just as despair threatened to consume them, a faint scratching sound echoed from above. Then a voice, muffled but clear, called out, "Anyone down there?" "Liverpool Fire Brigade!" Elsie screamed back, a raw, desperate cry. "Yes! We're here, 4 of us!" The next few hours were a blur of intense effort. They heard the scrape of shovels, the heave of heavy objects being moved. Finally, a small shaft of light pierced the darkness as a section of the collapsed wall was cleared. A dusty, soot-streaked face peered down. "Gotcha, mate!" a fireman shouted, relief evident in his voice. One by one, they were carefully pulled from the debris. Elsie blinked, her eyes adjusting to the harsh glare of a street on fire. Their house was a mangled ruin, but their street and the entire skyline was a terrifying tableau of blazing buildings.
Get ready to discover some incredible facts about Liverpool. The liverbirds, symbols of the city. Did you know the iconic liverbirds atop the Royal Liver Building are named Bella and Birdie? Bella faces the sea, symbolizing protection for mariners, while Birdie overlooks the city, safeguarding its people. Legend suggests the city would fall if they ever flew away. A city of global firsts. Did you know Liverpool holds numerous world records? It was home to the world's first commercial wet dock, the Old Dock, revolutionizing international trade. The Liverpool and Manchester Railway was also the world's first intercity passenger line, pioneering modern transport. The Titanic's deep connection. Did you know Liverpool was the official port of registry for the RMS Titanic? The ship's stern proudly bore the city's name. Furthermore, the White Star Line, owners of the Titanic, had their headquarters in Liverpool's magnificent Cunard building, the enigmatic Williamson Tunnels. Did you know beneath the streets of Liverpool lies a vast, mysterious network known as the Williamson Tunnels? Built by Joseph Williamson in the 19th century, their true purpose remains debated. Some believe it was philanthropy, others an eccentric pursuit. Parts of these tunnels can be explored today. A musical legacy beyond the Beatles. Did you know while globally famous for the Beatles, Liverpool's musical influence runs far deeper? The city has produced more #1 singles than any other city in the world, fostering diverse talents from Frankie Goes to Hollywood to Echo and the Bunnymen. Europe's oldest Chinatown. Did you know Liverpool proudly hosts Europe's oldest Chinese community, established in the mid-19th century? The striking Chinese arch on Nelson Street, imported from Shanghai, stands as a symbol of this vibrant and historic cultural quarter. The enduring bombed-out church. Did you know St. Luke's Church, affectionately known as the bombed-out church, stands as a powerful memorial? Severely damaged during the World War II Blitz, it was deliberately left as a ruin. Today it functions as a unique arts and community venue, embodying Liverpool's resilience. What other intriguing facts about Liverpool fascinate you? Share them in the comments.
Story about Arne Slot's first season at Liverpool. Arne Slot, the unthinkable debut. The shadow of Jurgen Klopp was a colossus, yet Arne Slot didn't just step into it at Liverpool. He eclipsed it in his very first season. Doubts swirled, but from the opening whistle of the 2024-2025 campaign, Slot's Reds played with a breathtaking new intensity. This wasn't just heavy metal football anymore, it was a symphony of relentless attack and tactical genius. The midfield, once a concern, transformed into a steel trap, and new signings clicked instantly. Liverpool became an unstoppable force, tearing through the Premier League with an unbeaten home record and scoring in every single away league game, a club first. Then, in April, with games to spare, Anfield erupted as Slot's Liverpool clinched their 20th top-flight title. He wasn't just a successor, he was an instant champion. The comparisons began immediately. Like Bill Shankly, Slot brought a calm, authoritative presence, instantly connecting with the club's soul and building on strong foundations. But the true parallel was with Bob Paisley. Like Paisley, who quietly transformed Shankly's team into an empire, Slot didn't dismantle, he refined. He took a great squad and, with subtle, intelligent tweaks, forged them into Premier League winners in his very first attempt, a feat even Paisley didn't achieve in his debut year. Arne Slot didn't just continue the legacy, he exploded into it, etching his name into Anfield lore faster than anyone dared to imagine.
The story of Liverpool and the Titanic is a fascinating one, often overlooked by the grand narrative of the ship itself. While the RMS Titanic never actually visited Liverpool, the city was undeniably its spiritual home and played a pivotal role in its existence, its crew, and its aftermath. Here's a breakdown of the deep connections. 1. The White Star Line, a Liverpool legacy. The Titanic was owned by the Oceanic Steam Navigation Company, better known as the White Star Line. This formidable shipping company was founded in Liverpool in 1845 by John Pilkington and Henry Wilson. For decades, their headquarters remained a prominent feature on James Street in Liverpool city centre, at Albion House, which still stands today and now houses a Titanic-themed hotel. Even after White Star Line shifted its main transatlantic passenger services to Southampton in 1907 to compete with Cunard's faster liners, Liverpool remained its registered port. This meant that the words Liverpool were proudly displayed on the Titanic's stern, a testament to its origins. A crew forged in Liverpool. A significant number of the Titanic's crew members, from senior officers to engineers and stewards, hailed from Liverpool or had strong connections to the city. Captain Edward Smith. The ill-fated captain of the Titanic had a long and distinguished career with White Star Line, primarily based out of Liverpool for over 40 years before moving to Southampton in 1908. His deep roots were in Merseyside, and he was highly respected by the Liverpool seafaring community. Key officers. Many of the ship's senior officers, including Chief Officer Henry Wilde and Second Officer Charles Lightler, a survivor, had extensive experience sailing from Liverpool and often resided in the area. The heroic musicians. The ship's 8-member band, who famously continued to play as the ship sank, were recruited by a Liverpool-based music agency, C.W.and.F.N. Blacks. One of them, bassist Fred Clark, was from Liverpool itself. Engine room heroes. A large contingent of the ship's engineers and stokers, the men who toiled in the heart of the ship, were from Liverpool. Their bravery and dedication in trying to keep the lights on and power running to the very last moments are commemorated by the Memorial to Heroes of the Marine Engine Room at the Pierhead in Liverpool. Lookout Fred Fleet. The lookout who famously spotted the iceberg, Frederick Fleet, was also from Liverpool. He survived the sinking but was haunted by the event for the rest of his life. Scotland Road. The long main passageway on E-deck connecting the crew quarters was colloquially known among the crew as Scotland Road, a direct reference to a famous bustling thoroughfare in a working-class area of Liverpool. On the rescue by a Liverpool ship, RMS Carpathia. In a twist of the Royal Liver Building is one of Liverpool's most iconic landmarks, steeped in fascinating history that reflects the city's rise as a global maritime and commercial power. Here's a summary of its history. Conception and construction, early 20th century. Original purpose. The building was commissioned by the Royal Liver Friendly Society, a mutual assurance company founded in Liverpool in 1843. This society was established to provide financial security and burial benefits to working-class families, particularly those involved in the city's burgeoning industries and port activities. By the turn of the 20th century, the society had grown immensely and needed a grand new headquarters to reflect its prosperity and stability. Architect and design. Designed by architect Walter Aubrey Thomas, construction began in 1908 and was completed in 1911. It was a groundbreaking structure for its time, being one of the first major buildings in the world, and one of the earliest in Britain, to be constructed using reinforced concrete and a steel frame structure. This innovative approach allowed for its immense height and large windows. Part of the Three Graces. The Royal Liver Building was built alongside the Port of Liverpool Building, completed 1907, and the Cunard Building, completed 1917, at the Pierhead. Together, these three majestic structures came to be known as the Three Graces, symbolizing Liverpool's power as a global maritime hub. Key features and symbolism. The liverbirds. Undoubtedly, its most famous features are the two mythical liverbirds that perch atop its two clock towers. These cormorant-like birds are the symbol of Liverpool. One bird, Bella, traditionally faces the sea, watching over the sailors returning to port and the prosperity of the city. The other, Bertie, faces inland, said to be guarding the city's people and looking towards the industrial heartland. Legend says that if the two birds were ever to fly away or face each other, Liverpool would cease to exist. Clocks. The building boasts two enormous clock faces, often cited as being larger than those of London's Big Ben. These clocks were originally designed to be seen by ships on the Mersey.
The gray, perpetually damp skies of Liverpool have witnessed countless stories, but few are as ingrained in the city's fabric as the tale of the Nike Air Max 95, affectionately known to Scousers simply as the 110s. It wasn't just a shoe, it was, and still is, a statement, a uniform, a silent nod of recognition between strangers on the street. Our story begins in 1995, the year the Air Max 95 first landed. Its radical design, inspired by the human anatomy, The lacing system, like ribs, the sole a spine, the gradient panels a muscle, was unlike anything seen before. In Liverpool, a city always quick to embrace the bold and the defiant, it found its true home. It wasn't long before the shoe became a fixture on the terraces of Anfield and Goodison Park. The casuals culture, with its penchant for designer sportswear and understated cool, adopted the 110s as their unofficial footwear of choice. You'd see them, pristine pairs defying the mud and spilled pints glinting under the floodlights. They offered comfort for a full day of chanting and standing, yes, but more importantly, they offered an identity. The 110 price tag, a significant sum for many at the time, ironically cemented its status. It wasn't a cheap trainer, it was an investment, a symbol of aspiration and pride. To own a pair was to belong, to be part of something, to have a bit of that elusive Scouse swagger. The nickname 110s stuck, a verbal shorthand that bypassed the official Nike branding entirely, a true testament to the city's ownership of the shoe. As the years passed, the 110s transcended the football terraces. They became ubiquitous, walking the streets of Liverpool city centre, gracing every pub and club. From teenagers saving their pennies to seasoned elders who remembered the shoe's debut, the Air Max 95 was a constant. It was a shoe that spoke volumes without saying a word, a silent understanding of shared taste and history. The connection was so deep that even Nike couldn't ignore it. They released special editions, subtly incorporating the iconic Liverpool FC red and black, the legendary Liverbird perched proudly, and even hints of the You'll Never Walk Alone anthem. These weren't just collaborations, they were acknowledgments of a love affair that had been brewing for decades. In Liverpool, the 110s weren't just another trainer on the shelf, they were family. Today, step into the Block P, a dedicated Air Max 95 store in the city, and you'll see the passion alive and well. Collectors hunt for rare vintage pairs, while new generations continue to discover the enduring appeal of the shoe. The 110s remain a testament to Liverpool's unique style, its defiant spirit, and its unwavering loyalty to its own. They're more than just leather and air bubbles. They're a piece of Liverpool's soul, one step at a time.
I got you to that deal in one piece. I got you out to that deal in one piece. As far as I'm concerned, my job's done. It's finished. So you can leave me motored alone, get your golf clubs, and fuck off back to Dixie.
Pay attention, Felix D'Souza. I atomized a major drug syndicate to be here this morning. Now I'm stuck in liver fucking fool with you. And if I need you to sell your car to help me, you will sell your goddamn car!
The Grand Dame of Lime Street, a story of stone, spectacle, and soul. Imagine a city humming with the raw energy of commerce, a port stretching its tentacles across the globe, and a people bursting with ambition. This was Liverpool in the early 19th century, a place of grand aspirations, yet one that lacked a true heart for its public life. They craved a space for their beloved music festivals, for the weighty matters of justice, for a stage upon which the city's very spirit could be performed. And so the dream began. In 1836, the city's elite, their pockets jingling with newfound wealth, launched a subscription to build a magnificent music hall. In a twist of fate, or perhaps a stroke of pure genius, a mere 25-year-old architect named Harvey Lonsdale Elms swept both the music hall competition and a separate one for new assize courts. Why build two grand structures when one could encapsulate the soul of a city? The audacious idea took root. A single, colossal building where the soaring notes of an oratorio could echo through the same walls that witnessed the stern pronouncements of law. The very ground where this colossal vision would rise held echoes of Liverpool's past, once home to its first infirmary. In 1838, the foundation stone was laid, a silent promise to Queen Victoria on her coronation. But the true drama of construction wouldn't unfold until 1842. Slowly, majestically, the neoclassical masterpiece began to unfurl from the earth, its imposing Corinthian columns reaching for the sky, whispering promises of grandeur. Then tragedy struck. In 1846, Elmes, the brilliant young mind who had dared to dream such a magnificent dream, was tragically cut down by tuberculosis. His vision, still taking shape, hung precariously in the balance. But Liverpool was not a city to abandon its ambitions. Charles Robert Cockerell stepped into the breach, a steady hand guiding Elmes's unfinished symphony in stone to its crescendo. Finally, in 1854, the grand doors swung open. Even before its official unveiling, parts of the building were already alive. Queen Victoria herself had graced the assize court with her presence in 1851. From that moment on, St. George's Hall wasn't just a building, it was the beating heart of Liverpool. Step inside the Great Hall and you might just catch your breath. Imagine the Minton tiled floor, a kaleidoscope of color and pattern, normally hidden to preserve its exquisite beauty, revealed for special occasions. Picture the colossal Father Willis organ, once the largest in the world, its pipes ready to fill the vast space with thunderous majesty. Even the concert room earned the highest praise from
Liverpool, 1969. The city was a kaleidoscope of sound and fury, still buzzing from the seismic shift of the Beatles, yet yearning for something new, something taller. And then it rose. Everyone talked about it. This wasn't just another office block, it was a vision. A revolving restaurant perched at its summit, offering unparalleled views while you dined. A true marvel, one of only two in all of England. It promised a future as bright and shiny as the city's legendary music scene. But true stories rarely follow a straight line. The beacon, for all its futuristic glory, began to falter. The revolving restaurant, a symbol of its ambition, eventually ground to a halt. A silent testament to changing times. The tower, once a gleaming promise, became a forlorn giant, abandoned to the elements, a concrete ghost against the ever-changing Liverpool skyline. For years it stood empty, a lonely sentinel watching over a city that seemed to have forgotten its grand aspirations. Then a flicker of hope. The dawn of a new millennium brought a new voice to the airwaves, Radio City. They saw not a derelict relic but a monument waiting to be reborn. A colossal $5 million transformation began, a symphony of drills and steel as the tower was dragged back from the brink. In 2000, it burst back to life, not just as a landmark, but as the pulsating heart of Liverpool's airwaves, a beacon in a literal and metaphorical sense. But the story doesn't end there. In 2010, after decades of being an exclusive club for radio waves, the beacon opened its doors to everyone. You could finally ascend to the observation deck, stepping out into a breathtaking 360-degree panorama. Imagine the feeling. The entire city sprawled beneath you, from the historic docks to the distant peaks of Snowdonia. You could practically touch the clouds. Today, St. John's Beacon, still affectionately known as the Radio City Tower, remains an undeniable icon. It's a testament to resilience, a concrete narrative of rises, falls, and spectacular comebacks. It's a Grade 2 listed monument, recognized for its daring 1960s architecture, a true spirit of the space age that still captivates. So the next time you see that towering presence against the Liverpool sky, remember its wild, true story. It's more than just a building. It's a survivor, a symbol of innovation and a gateway to the most spectacular views the city has to offer. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and share it with your friends. And don't forget to leave a comment below. Let me know what hidden gems in Liverpool you want to see next.
1, 2, 3, it's about 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is it's like this and like that and like this and it's like that and like this and like that and it's like this and like that and like this and
The Mersey Ferry's history is an epic 800-year journey, a testament to connection and resilience. It began around 1150 AD with Benedictine monks rowing passengers across the treacherous Mersey. By the 19th century, sailing ships dominated until the groundbreaking steam ferry Etna arrived in 1815, revolutionizing crossings and establishing reliable timetables. During World War I, two ordinary ferries, the Iris and Daffodil, became wartime heroes in the audacious Zeebrugge raid of 1918. Their incredible bravery in the face of heavy fire earned them the royal prefix from King George V, forever becoming the Royal Iris and Royal Daffodil. In the 1960s, the Mersey ferry found new fame with the Beatles, who performed early gigs on the Royal Iris's riverboat shuffle cruises. Jerry and the Pacemakers' ferry crossed the Mersey, cemented its place in music history. Today, the Mersey ferry remains a beloved icon, offering both vital commuter services and stunning views of Liverpool's waterfront, a living legend connecting past and present. Did you know Liverpool once had its own money? Imagine a time not so long ago when your pocket money might have been a Liverpool pound, a unique coin issued right here in the city. Most people know Liverpool for its world-famous docks, its pioneering railway, or its incredible musical heritage. But dig a little deeper into the late 18th century, and you'll uncover an almost unbelievable secret. Between 1793 and 1796, Liverpool essentially printed its own currency. It sounds like something out of a historical fantasy novel, but it's absolutely true. At this time, Great Britain faced a severe national shortage of official copper coinage. Businesses struggled to make change, and paying wages became a logistical nightmare. So, what did entrepreneurial Liverpudlians do? They took matters into their own hands. Private merchants and thriving local businesses, fed up with the lack of official money, decided to mint their own copper tokens. These weren't crude, makeshift pieces. Many were beautifully designed, often depicting symbols of Liverpool's growing prosperity: proud ships, the iconic Liverbird, or the civic crest. They weren't legal tender across the whole country, but within the bustling streets and booming markets of Liverpool, these tokens were widely accepted as currency, just as good as anything the Royal Mint could produce. Think about it. Your local shopkeeper, the dock worker, the street vendor, they were all using Liverpool's very own money. This ingenious, pragmatic, and frankly quite audacious solution highlights the incredible self-reliance and commercial spirit that has always defined this city. It's a fascinating, almost forgotten chapter that truly shows how Liverpool, even in a pinch, finds a way to innovate and thrive, always connected to its powerful merchant past and its unwavering entrepreneurial drive. So, the next time you think about Liverpool's rich history, remember, we weren't just making history, we were making our own money too.
To survive, 'cause every time we touch, I get this feeling, and every time we kiss, I swear I could fly. Can't you feel my heart beat fast? I want this to last.
Lava, chicken. Steve's lava chicken, yes, tasty as hell. Ooh, mamacita, now you're ringing the bell. Crispy and juicy, now you're having a snack. Ooh, super spicy, it's a lava attack.
Whoa, Kenny! What are you doing?
I am trying to find out where they keep their money.
You twat, can't you see these people have got no money?
Listen, it's got to come from your belly. Right deep down. It's your birth trauma. Now cleanse your chakras and let it all out. Let it go!
I'm trying, you fucking fairy! Ah! All right! Ah! Ah! All righty, good morning.
All right, let's finish this deal.
Liverpool has been a popular filming location for many well-known films, often doubling for other major cities due to its diverse architecture. Here are 10 world-famous films that have been filmed in Liverpool. 1. The Batman, 2022. Liverpool's iconic St. George's Hall and Royal Liver Building were used to represent Gotham City Hall and the police department, respectively. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, 2016. St. George's Hall and the Cunard Building were transformed into 1920s New York City for this Wizarding World adventure. Captain America: The First Avenger, 2011. Stanley Dock doubled as Docks in Brooklyn, New York in this Marvel superhero film. 4. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1, 2010. The Queensway Tunnel was used for a scene in this installment of the Harry Potter saga. 5. Fast and Furious 6, 2013. Fans of the action franchise will recognize parts of Liverpool in this high-octane film, with scenes shot in the Queensway Tunnel. Sherlock Holmes, 2009. Robert Downey Jr.'s take on the classic detective featured Liverpool location standing in for 1890s London. 7. Creed, 2015. While set in Philadelphia, Some scenes, including a major fight sequence, were filmed at Everton Football Club's Goodison Park, with local boxer Tony Bellew appearing in the film. 8. The Hunt for Red October, 1989. Areas of Liverpool were chosen to represent Cold War Moscow in this submarine thriller. 9. Chariots of Fire, 1981. This classic film about the 1924 Olympics had scenes shot in Liverpool. 10. Yesterday, 2019. This musical comedy, based on a world where the Beatles never existed, naturally featured many Liverpool landmarks as the main character seeks inspiration from the Fab Four's hometown. The old tarmac at Speke Airport held secrets, whispers of wartime heroics and the roar of engines that carried dreams. But it was in 2001, when the name changed to Liverpool John Lennon Airport, that the true magic began to settle. A harmonious blend of aviation and the enduring spirit of a city's most famous son. From that moment, the airport became more than just a gateway. It transformed into a living monument, where every departure and arrival seemed to hum with the echoes of Imagine and the boundless hope it inspired. Before it became a beacon for music lovers and travelers alike, this stretch of land was simply Speke Airport, born from the ambition of Liverpool City Council in the late 1920s. Its official opening in 1933 marked the start of something special, with early flights bridging the Irish Sea and connecting lives. The striking Art Deco terminal, with its elegant curves and grand facade, quickly became a landmark, a testament to an era when air travel was still a glamorous novelty. Then came the war. In 1937, civilian flights gave way to military might as it transformed into RAF Speke. The runways, once pristine green, were hardened to endure the relentless rhythm of aircraft production and repair. Bombers and fighters, bearing the weight of a nation's defense, soared from its grounds, their engines a defiant roar against the darkness. This period forged a new identity for the airport, one of resilience and unwavering purpose. As the world healed, so too did Speke. 1961 saw the city regain control, ushering in an era of expansion. A new, longer runway, opened by Prince Philip in 1966, symbolized a fresh start, propelling the airport into the modern age with 24-hour operations. Yet, amidst this progress, the original Art Deco terminal, a silent witness to so much history, slowly receded into the background, a beautiful relic waiting for its next act. The true transformation arrived with the new millennium. The decision in 2001 to rename it Liverpool John Lennon Airport wasn't just a change of signage, it was an embrace of identity. It was a bold declaration, intertwining the airport's future with the legendary legacy of the man who dared to ask the original terminal, perhaps inspired by this rebirth, found new life as a hotel, its Art Deco grandeur restored. Today, as you walk through the sleek modern terminal that opened in 2002, a grand affair graced by Queen Elizabeth II and Yoko Ono herself, you can feel the energy. The bronze statue of John Lennon stands watch, a quiet guardian over the bustling arrivals and departures. The motto, "Above us only sky," painted on the roof, serves as a constant reminder of the airport's unique spirit. With ongoing investments in new technology and expanded facilities, Liverpool John Lennon Airport isn't just flying high, it's continuing.
Last night did I get no sleep? 1, 2, come here, give sleep.
Ever heard of a house that's more than just bricks and mortar? A place where a shipping magnate's passion for art transformed his home into a living gallery, and then, in an act of profound generosity, became a gift for an entire city? Welcome to Sudley House in Liverpool, a true hidden gem with a story that's as captivating as the masterpieces it holds. From humble beginnings to artistic sanctuary, our tale begins in 1821, when a shrewd Liverpool corn merchant named Nicholas Robinson decided his success deserved a grand stage. He envisioned a magnificent home in the city's leafy suburbs, and so Sudley House began its stately rise. Robinson, who even became Lord Mayor, certainly made his mark. But the house's true destiny wouldn't unfold until much later. Fast forward to 1884, enter George Holt, a name synonymous with Liverpool's powerful shipping industry. Imagine him, a titan of commerce stepping into Sudley House. But unlike other wealthy men who might have sought mere ostentation, Holt harbored a profound, almost feverish love for art. He wasn't just buying paintings, he was collecting dreams, emotions, and visions. Holt, alongside his wife Elizabeth, didn't just move in, they masterfully sculpted the house around his burgeoning art collection. Picture him pacing through the elegant rooms, meticulously deciding where a JMW Turner seascape would capture the light, or how a majestic Thomas Gainsborough portrait would command attention. Every space was curated, every painting given its perfect, intimate setting. And what a collection it was. Holt amassed an astonishing array of 18th and 19th century British masterpieces. Imagine encountering the raw power of a Turner, the serene elegance of a Gainsborough, or the captivating detail of an Edwin Landseer animal study. He was even drawn to the vibrant, dreamlike worlds of the pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood, acquiring works by John Everett Millais and Edward Burne-Jones. This wasn't just a display of wealth, it was a testament to a deeply personal, passionate pursuit. In fact, Sudley House remains the only surviving Victorian merchant's art collection in Britain, still displayed within its original domestic setting. It's like stepping directly into a Victorian art lover's private world, a priceless legacy. A city's treasure. George Holt's journey concluded in 1896, but the soul of Sudley lived on through his formidable daughter, Emma Georgina Holt. Having grown up surrounded by these very masterpieces, Emma not only inherited her father's fortune, but also his profound appreciation for art and a deep commitment to philanthropy. Then came 1944, and with it Emma's extraordinary decision. In an act of unparalleled generosity, she bequeathed Sudley House, its beautiful grounds, and her father's entire priceless art collection to the people of Liverpool. Her vision was crystal clear. These artistic treasures, so lovingly assembled, should Let's ditch the dusty textbooks and dive into the true origin story of Liverpool, a tale of ambition, mud, and a king with a vision. Imagine, if you will, over 800 years ago, King John gazing across a humble marshy inlet. He wasn't thinking quaint fishing village. He was eyeing a strategic launch pad for his Irish campaigns. And just like that, in 1207, he declared Liverpool a borough, sketching out its very first street plan. Not grand avenues, mind you, but 7 rugged tracks that formed a primitive H, the humble heartbeat of a future global giant. The 7 OG streets, where Liverpool got its start. These weren't your modern paved roads. Picture perpetually muddy, often pungent paths, alive with the raw energy of a budding port. Bank Street, now Water Street. This was Liverpool's original welcome mat. It literally ran up the riverbank, hence the name. Imagine weary travelers and precious cargo spilling off boats, their first steps onto what would become a bustling city. Later, the mighty Tower of Liverpool stood guard here, a silent witness to countless arrivals and departures, and even serving time as a grim medieval jail. Castle Street, the absolute spine of medieval Liverpool. This street led directly to Liverpool Castle, completed around 1235. Think of it as the city's power corridor, where merchants haggled in vibrant markets and the earliest forms of local governance took shape, though it's widened dramatically since its narrow beginnings. Walk along it today and you might just sense the echoes of its powerful past. Chapel Street. Perhaps the very first path ever trod, it led to the modest chapel of St. Mary del Cay. This was where the early Liverpudlians sought spiritual solace, a quiet corner in a town just finding its voice. It reminds us that even amid kingly ambition and burgeoning trade, community and faith were always present. Dale Street. Heading inland, this street plunged into a shallow dale or valley, giving it its name. It was Liverpool's original escape route to the wider world, a vital conduit for goods and news. Fast forward a few centuries, and this humble track became a main coaching route, clattering with horse-drawn carriages carrying everything from vital supplies to whispers of distant lands. Juggler Street, now High Street, the fun-loving heart of the medieval town. Can you picture street performers, jesters, and storytellers captivating crowds right here? This street was the crossbar of King John's H plan, smack dab in the middle. It even hosted Liverpool's first town hall as early as 1515, proving that even where entertainment thrived, serious business got done. Moore Street, now Tithbarn Street. This one tells a tale of transformation. Its original name hints at the marshy open moorland that surrounded the early settlement. But by 1523, it got a new identity, Tithbarn Street. What if the Liverpool you think you know, the one etched in your heart, is just the beginning? What if there are countless untold stories hidden right beneath your feet, waiting to be unearthed? Every single one of us has a Liverpool story. Whether it's the roar of the cop shaking the very ground beneath your feet, the echoes of a certain band that still sends shivers down your spine, or just that instant feeling of belonging the moment you step off the train, like you've finally come home. But what if I told you there's so much more to those cherished memories? So many untold chapters, so many hidden gems right beneath the very streets you've walked, laughed on, and made your own history? We're talking secrets buried deeper than a forgotten granddad's stash of penny sweets, unearthing Liverpool's soul. This isn't just a city. It's a living, breathing testament to resilience, innovation, and an unwavering spirit. You know its global fame, its iconic waterfront, its legendary music scene. But how well do you truly know the places that shaped it? The very districts where those legendary moments were born, where generations of Scousers lived, loved, sometimes argued about football, and always left their indelible mark? Soon we embark on an unprecedented journey, a real deep dive. Every single day we'll peel back the layers of a different Liverpool district. We're not just hitting the big names you see on postcards. We're exploring every single corner, every unique community that weaves together to form the very heart and soul of this incredible metropolis. From the bustling docks to the leafy suburban lanes where you might have kicked a football against a garage door, we'll uncover it all. Your streets, their stories. We'll dive into their ancient origins, their forgotten pasts, the surprising events that shaped their unique character, and the incredible people who walked those very same pavements long before us. Imagine uncovering why your childhood street has its particular name, or the hidden tales of triumph and hardship behind that local park where you spent your youth. You might even find out why your nan always used to say certain things. This is more than just history. It's about understanding the deep roots of your Liverpool. It's about feeling the echoes of lives lived, sensing the vibrant tapestry of traditions, and truly connecting with the very ground beneath your feet. It's about deepening your bond with a city that, for so many of us, feels less like a place on a map and more like an integral part of who we are, a part of our identity. Because no matter which district we grew up in, we all come together as one. We're Scousers and we love our city and are immensely proud of it. Join the journey. Get ready to see Liverpool through new eyes, to feel its history resonate in a way you never have before. Prepare to have your memories sparked, your curiosity ignited, and your immense pride in the city reignited like a roaring bonfire. Make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on, because very soon, your daily journey into the unforgettable, surprising, and your daily dose of Scouse secrets, uncovering our city's hidden history. All right, prepare yourselves, you beautiful Scousers. Cast your mind back. Remember that specific, indescribable feeling of being a kid growing up here? The lingering smell of the Mersey, even when you were miles away. The distant roar of Anfield or Goodison on a Saturday. The desperate plea to your nan for 20p for the arcade. The pure ecstasy of a trip to Pleasure Island or spotting the Super Lambanana. That's the feeling we're about to rediscover. Next week, we're kicking off over 60 days of daily deep dives into the fascinating, often hilarious and always insightful origins and hidden histories of Liverpool, Sefton, and Knowsley's most intriguing places. This isn't about boring dates or dusty textbooks. This is about connecting with the very pulse of our region. It's about seeing the streets you walked, the parks you played in, and even the landmarks you passed daily through a brand new lens. We're going to dig up the secrets buried under the familiar, understand the deep roots that have shaped our unique character, and ultimately, see our vibrant home like you've truly never seen it before. Each video is a chance to share memories, have a laugh at the quirks of the past, and feel that surge of pride for the places that have made us who we are. So feed up and get ready for a proper Scouse odyssey. You'll be dropping historical bombshells on your family like, did you know why Norris Green is really called Norris Green? And watching their jaws hit the floor. They'll wonder why they're just learning this now. Don't miss out. Tag a mate, your mom, your nan, anyone who loves a good story and a bit of a giggle about our incredible heritage. Let's explore Liverpool together and rediscover why this place isn't just a city. It's an undeniable feeling. Our inconvenient Scousers. And if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for the support comment. I love my city as proof. You was here for the journey from the very beginning because we do love Liverpool. Hey everyone, and welcome to our brand new daily video series. Get ready to discover or rediscover some of the most fascinating and unique places across Merseyside. We're talking about the vibrant, historic, and often surprising neighborhoods that make up our incredible region. Week 1 kicking off with the A's and B's. This week we're diving straight into the alphabetical journey, exploring some fantastic areas that kick off. Our list starts Monday, June 9th. Day 1, and we're starting in the leafy lanes of Aigburth. You'll see why this South Liverpool gem is so popular. With its stunning Victorian architecture, the incredible Sefton Park, and the buzzing independent scene on Lark Lane. On day 2, we head to Aintree, an area that needs little introduction thanks to its world-famous racecourse, home of the Grand National. But there's more to Aintree than just horses. We'll show you around. Day 3 takes us to Allerton, another beautiful affluent suburb in South Liverpool. Think grand homes, green spaces, and the fantastic Calderstones Park where we'll spend some time. Get ready for some serious football on day 4 as we visit Anfield. Whether you're a Red or not, the home of Liverpool Football Club is steeped in history and community spirit, and we'll be soaking it all in. Midweek on day 5, we're off to Blundell Sands in Sefton. Imagine stunning coastal views, impressive period homes, and of course a stone's throw from the iconic Another Place statues on Crosby Beach. Then on day 6, we explore Bootle. This historic port town has a rich industrial past and is currently undergoing some really exciting redevelopment. We'll uncover its unique character. And to round off our first week on day 7, we're in Bowring Park. We'll discover Liverpool's very first public park and the charming residential area that surrounds it. It's going to be an amazing journey, and this is just the beginning. This first week sets the stage for what's to come. You can expect a new video every single day, exploring a different area for the next 10 weeks. So make sure you're following and reposting to get as many Scousers to join the journey with us and have those notifications on so you don't miss a single episode. Get ready to explore Merseyside like never before. Welcome to Aigburth, a vibrant and leafy district in South Liverpool, renowned for its beautiful parks, elegant architecture, and a distinct community feel. But the story of Aigburth stretches back over 1,000 years, revealing layers of settlement, industry, and profound social transformation. It's a narrative not just of physical change, but of the hopes, dreams, and daily lives of generations. Like much of the land bordering the majestic River Mersey, Aigburth's fundamental geology is defined by Triassic sandstones, formed in ancient desert landscapes hundreds of millions of years ago, later smoothed and draped by the glacial till of the last ice age. While the area lacks significant hills, this underlying stability provided fertile ground, literally and figuratively, for early human activity. For millennia, the land here would have been a rich mosaic of fertile plains, natural waterways flowing into the Mersey, and pockets of ancient woodland. Although specific very early archaeological finds within Aigburth are less common than in some other parts of Merseyside, its direct proximity to the great river suggests it was certainly part of the ancient human landscape, a vital source of sustenance for hunter-gatherer communities long before recorded history. Imagine, if you will, a time before written records, when the only sounds were the wind through primeval trees and the rhythmic ebb and flow of the Mersey tides. The first true knowledge drop in Aigburth's story lies in its intriguing and deeply resonant name. Aigburth is a Norse-English hybrid, a linguistic echo of a turbulent but formative era. It's believed to derive from Old Norse eik, meaning oak tree, and Old English bjorg, meaning hill or mound. So the name literally translates to Oak Tree Hill. This is fascinating, as the area isn't particularly hilly today, suggesting it might have referred to a subtle rise, a burial mound, or perhaps a truly colossal oak tree that served as a defining landmark in a more open landscape. This Scandinavian origin firmly places Aigburth within the powerful Viking influence that swept through the Mersey region from the 9th century onwards. While Aigburth isn't explicitly mentioned in the Domesday Book of 1086, like much of what would later become Liverpool, it was part of the larger West Derby Hundred. Evidence points to scattered Norse and later Anglo-Saxon settlements here. These were not grand towns but small hardy farming communities. Notably, from the 12th century, much of the land, including Aigburth, fell under the vast monastic estates of the Cistercian monks, who had a significant presence at Stanlaw Abbey, later relocated to Whalley. These industrious monks established granges, large agricultural outposts, effectively creating the first organized large-scale farming economy in the area. Imagine the quiet, disciplined life of these monks taming the land, clearing forests, and laying the groundwork for future prosperity. This monastic period Get ready, Liverpool. Our daily video series exploring our beautiful city has officially begun. For the next 11 weeks, we'll be showcasing a different part of Liverpool every single day. If you're a true Scouser, you know that deep-rooted pride we all feel for our city. These videos are all about celebrating Liverpool, its hidden gems, and the spirit that makes us unique. So if you genuinely love this city as much as we do, hit that like button and share this with every friend and family member you know. Let's show the world why Liverpool is the best.
Think you know Liverpool? Forget the Beatles. Forget the football. We're going 60 feet underground. Right now, as you walk down Mason Street, there is a secret 3-story labyrinth of brick and shadow right under your feet. Meet Joseph Williamson. In the 1800s, this guy was a multi-millionaire tobacco mogul. But while other rich dudes were building mansions, Joseph became obsessed with the dirt. He earned a nickname that would haunt the city forever. The Mad Mole of Edge Hill. For 30 years, he hired hundreds of soldiers returning from the Napoleonic Wars, but he didn't give them normal jobs. He paid them to dig. Huge, beautiful, brick-vaulted tunnels, massive arches that looked like underground cathedrals. And the absolute wildest part, there were no maps, no records, no logical destination. He wasn't building a subway or a cellar. Some say he was a philanthropist, just giving jobs to the poor. Others say he was part of a doomsday cult, preparing for the end of the world. He even built houses underground with windows that looked into solid rock. When Joseph died in 1840, the tunnels were filled with trash and forgotten for 150 years. Fast forward to today, and volunteers are still digging. They've pulled out thousands of tons of Victorian treasures, from expensive china to old smoking pipes. It's the world's biggest time capsule. So, next time you're in Liverpool, look down. You're standing on a mystery that we're still trying to solve. What do you think? Was he crazy, or just the world's most eccentric boss?
They said it was over. At halftime, AC Milan players were literally celebrating in the dressing room. They were 3-0 up against Liverpool in the Champions League final. It wasn't just a lead, it was a burial. AC Milan had the invincible team: Maldini, Shevchenko, Kaká. Liverpool, they were the underdogs who shouldn't have been there. 45 minutes left, and the world had already turned off their TVS. Even the betting sites stopped taking baits. It was a 0% chance of survival. But then something weird happened. In the tunnel, the Liverpool players heard it. Not boos, not silence. Their fans were singing loud. They weren't mourning, they were fighting. Steven Gerrard walked onto that pitch and told his team, give them something to remember. 54th minute, Gerrard scores a header. He waves his arms. Go again. 56th minute, Zmicer hits a rocket from outside the box. 3. The stadium is shaking. 60th minute, penalty. Xabi Alonso misses no. He hits the rebound. 3 goals, 6 minutes. The greatest team in the world just collapsed, and Liverpool rose from the dead. It went to extra time. Shevchenko, the best striker on earth, shoots from 3 yards out. It's a guaranteed goal, but Jerzy Dudek makes a save from God. Even Shevchenko couldn't believe it. He was looking for the hidden cameras. It was destiny. Liverpool won on penalties. From 3-0 down to Kings of Europe. This is why you never walk away until the whistle blows. Host, is this the greatest comeback in history? Drop a yes in the comments or tell me who did it better.
In 1931, a man committed the perfect murder in Liverpool. He didn't just escape the police, he used the entire city to give himself an alibi. This is the impossible case of Julia Wallace. It started with a phone call. A man calling himself R.M. Qualtrough left a message for William Wallace. He wanted to talk insurance. The meeting was at 25 Menlove Gardens East. The next night, William spent 45 minutes wandering the city, asking police and tram conductors for directions. Here's the catch: 25 Menlove Gardens East didn't exist. There was a north, south, and west, but no east. While William was miles away, wandering like a lost tourist in front of dozens of witnesses. His wife, Julia, was being brutally bludgeoned to death in their locked home. When William returned, he found Julia in the parlor. It was a frenzied, bloody attack. The police were sure William did it. Their theory? He stripped naked, wore a raincoat to stay clean, killed her, washed up, and then went out to create his alibi. But there was a problem. The house was tiny, the neighbors heard nothing, and not a single drop of blood was ever found on William or in the drains. William was sentenced to hang. But in a move that made legal history, his conviction was overturned. It's the only time in British history a man was freed because the evidence just didn't make sense. He died 2 years later, a broken man. If William didn't do it, who was R.M. Qualtrough? And how did they know the one street in Liverpool that didn't exist? Did he pull off the perfect crime, or was he framed by a ghost? Let me know your theory in the comments.
Scientists have spent decades studying the stars, but they've overlooked one of the most powerful forces on Earth, the Scouse diaspora. It is a global phenomenon. You can travel to the most remote corners of the world, the deepest jungles, the highest mountains, or the most secluded islands. And just when you think you are completely alone, you will hear it, that unmistakable voice, that famous energy. Whether it's a beach in Australia or a crowded street in New York, Liverpool isn't just a city on a map, it's a worldwide network. No matter where you land, you're never truly far from home, because a Scouser is always just around the corner, ready to make you feel like you never left. Let's map out the empire. If you are a Scouser watching this from anywhere outside of the UK, I want you to comment your location and your flag right now. Let's see which country has been taken over the most. And if you are currently back home in Liverpool, hit that like button and share this with a friend who is currently representing the city abroad. Let's show the world that we are everywhere. Imagine spending over 17,000 days in a box. No human touch, no sunlight, just 4 walls of bulletproof glass and a bed made of concrete. This isn't a sci-fi movie. This is the life of Robert Maudsley, Britain's most dangerous prisoner. Since 1978, he has lived in a specially built glass cage in the basement of Wakefield Prison. But how did a man with an IQ of 130 and a love for classical music become a real-life Hannibal Lecter? Maudsley's story began with a horrific childhood. He was one of 12 children, reportedly subjected to years of brutal abuse by his parents. Later, he told psychiatrists that when he killed, he was really killing his father. In 1974, working as a rent boy, Maudsley committed his first murder. He strangled a client after the man allegedly showed him photos of children he had abused. He was sent to Broadmoor, but things got worse. In 1977, he and another inmate barricaded themselves in a cell with a suspected child molester. For 9 hours, they tortured him to death. He was moved to Wakefield, where he did it again. In a single afternoon, he killed 2 more inmates, both of whom were convicted of violent crimes against women and children. He famously told the guards, "There'll be 2 short on the roll call tonight." This is where the legend of Hannibal the Cannibal was born. The press claimed Maudsley ate part of a victim's brain with a spoon. But here's the fact: it never happened. Narrator: the brain-eating story was a media invention to sell papers. Maudsley isn't a cannibal, but the nickname stuck, and the prison system treated him as such. For nearly 50 years, his world has been a 13 by 12-foot cell. He has no contact with other prisoners. He eats through a slot in the door. He once begged for a pet budgie to keep him company, promising not to eat it. The request was denied. He even asked for a cyanide pill to end his life. Also denied. Maudsley is now in his 70s. He hasn't hurt anyone in decades because he can't. His family argues that keeping a human being in total isolation for half a century is soul-destroying and constitutes torture, regardless of his crimes. But others say he is a monster who forfeited his rights the moment he took justice into his own hands. Narrator: so here's the question for you. If a prisoner only targets other violent predators, does that make him a hero or just a different kind of monster? Let me know in the comments. Should he be allowed a single hour of human contact, or should he die in that glass box? It's an invisible thread, isn't it? The one that runs from the council estates, through the city, and settles deep in the salt of the docks. It's the connection that says, if one of us makes it, we all make it. And next week, that thread is being pulled across the world to the center of a cage. They never understood the fire. They saw the blonde mop and the batty grin, and they thought it was all a game. They mistook our humor for weakness. They mistook our accent for a lack of ambition. But while they were laughing, we were grinding. While they were talking, we were building a king in the dark. Because a Scouser doesn't just fight for a belt. He fights for the nan who saved the pennies. He fights for the dad who worked the double shift. He fights for the kid on the corner who's been told his whole life that people like us don't get to be world champions. Well, look at the screen next week. Look at the gold within his reach. People like us are about to take over the world. When the jab snaps, that's the spirit of the Mersey. When the scramble starts and the lungs burn, that's the iron will of a Scouser. He isn't just one man in 4-ounce gloves. He's a million voices. He's a century of grit. He's the first of our kind to stand on that mountain and plant the flag. The octagon isn't a cage, it's a homecoming. The belt isn't just gold. It's a receipt for every drop of sweat, every doubt, and every no we ever turned into a watch me. Next week, history stops being something we read about and becomes something we are. Paddy the Batty Pimblett. He promised us the world, not because he's a dreamer, but because he's one of us, and we don't break our word. Next week, the crown comes back to the water. Make them hear you, Paddy. The whole city is breathing with you.
Okay, let's go.
They're talking again, aren't they? They always do. They talk about the hair, the weight, the personality, and the hype train. But while they're busy talking, you're busy grinding. They see the smiles in the interviews, but they don't see the sweat on the mats at Next Gen. They don't see the rounds where your lungs are burning and your body is screaming to stop. You aren't just another name on a poster. You are the heartbeat of Liverpool. And when you walk out to that music, you aren't walking alone. You're carrying every lad who was told he'd never be anything. You're carrying a city that thrives on proving the world wrong. Scousers don't get knocked out. When you step into that octagon, remember who you are. You're Paddy the Batty. You're the man who told the world that it's okay for men to talk. The man who turned a sport into a movement. Your strength doesn't just come from your jiu-jitsu or your chin. It comes from your heart. The cage is your playground. The pressure isn't a burden. It's fuel. Let the doubters scream. Let the critics analyze. None of them have the it factor that you carry in your DNA. They can't bottle that energy. They can't train for that spirit. The moment of truth. When that gate closes, the world gets very quiet. It's just you and a person who thinks they can take what you built. They think they can silence the arena. Show them why they're wrong. Fight with the joy of a kid who loves it, but the ferocity of a man who has everything to lose. Take him to the deep water. Show him the Scouse grit that defines a lifetime of being the underdog. You aren't there to participate. You're there to take over. I'm a Scouser. We don't get knocked out. We don't give up. We just keep coming. Go out there, put on a show, and remind the entire world why there is only one baddie.
The pulse of the Mersey. They'll tell you it's just a city on a map. They're wrong. Liverpool isn't a coordinate. It's a frequency. It's the sound of the cop in full roar when the world thinks the game's over. It's the salt air off the docks that built empires and the defiant wit that tears them down. You come from a lineage of pioneers, poets, and rebels who didn't just wait for the future, they composed it. Why you are built differently. The grit, you don't fold under pressure, you turn it into diamonds. This city was forged in the fire of the docks and the struggle of the streets. Resilience isn't a choice here. It's our DNA. The wit, a Scouser's humor, is a superpower. We laugh when it rains because we know the sun has no choice but to come back out eventually. The heart, You'll Never Walk Alone, isn't just a song. It's a contract. In Liverpool, your neighbor's win is your win and their loss is your fight. The world is watching. From the Cavern Club to the world stage, this city has always punched way above its weight. Why? Because we don't ask for permission to be legendary. We don't try to be different, we just are. The world looks at Liverpool and sees a fire that refuses to go out. They see a people who can lose everything but never lose their pride. They see a city that transformed the 20th century and is currently redesigning the 21st. They say, we're different. Good. Normal never changed the world, only Liverpool does that. Your move. You carry the spirit of the Mersey in your blood. That means you are hardwired for the comeback. You are built for the big stage. You are part of a family that stretches across the globe, fueled by a rhythm that never stops. Don't just walk through those streets today, not own them. Show the world that Scouse isn't just an accent, it's an attitude. Up the Reds, up the Blues, and up the people.
Liverpool, January 2011. A freezing night. A fog so thick you could breathe it. Visibility near zero. But for one man, the mist wasn't a nuisance. It was a weapon. Las 9 p.m. Longmoor Lane. Joey Cummins is 25 years old. He's walking to a taxi, waiting at the curb. He doesn't see the shadow behind him. He doesn't hear the footsteps. 3 bullets dot, all in the back. Joey collapses into the gray haze. Now, here's the crazy part. A police van was literally right there. Patrolling. The officers see a man stumbling through the fog. They think it's a car accident. They rush to help. But by the time they realize it's a shooting, the killer is gone. Dot vanished, swallowed by the mist like he never existed. Detectives start digging. They find a motive. 4 days earlier, a massive brawl at the King Harry pub. Rumor says Joey broke the jaw of an off-duty cop. Was this a revenge hit? A professional execution? Over a decade later, the file is still open. 2. £20,000. Terisul? Silence. Silence. No CCTV could see through the fog. No witnesses could pick a face. The perfect crime, hidden in plain sight. Joey Cummins never made it into that taxi, and the man who stepped out of the mist, he's still out there.
We've all seen the scene. The song, Stuck in the Middle with You. The dancing, the razor, the cinematic cool of Quentin Tarantino. But in 1999, in a Liverpool park, 3 teenagers decided the movie wasn't enough. They wanted to live it. 15-year-old Michael Moss thought he was meeting friends. He was lured to a playground in Mossley Hill under the cover of night. He didn't know he was walking onto a set. What followed was 2 hours of pure scripted horror. 3 boys, also just 15 years old, began a systematic attack. But they weren't just fighting. They were performing, they sang the song. They mimicked the dance moves. They quoted the dialogue. As they tortured Michael, they treated his screams like a background track to their favorite movie. When the sun came up, Liverpool woke up to a nightmare. Michael's body was found with over 100 injuries. The lead detective called it the most disturbing case of his career. The judge didn't hold back. He called it evil beyond belief. 3 children sentenced to life for turning a Hollywood classic into a real-life execution. They wanted to be movie stars. Instead, they became Liverpool's most hated killers, the Reservoir Dogs murder, a story where the credits never rolled for Michael Moss.
Did you know 1940s Brooklyn is actually in the north of England? This is Stanley Dock, where Chris Evans filmed the massive submarine chase in the first Captain America movie. The docks were filled with vintage cars and 500 extras to recreate wartime New York. This is the exact spot Cap jumped into the water to catch the Hydra agent. They even used exchange flags for the celebration scenes. Liverpool really is Marvel's favourite UK set. Follow for more secret filming locations in the UK.
In the UFC, they say Scousers don't get knocked out. From the docks of the Mersey to the lights of Vegas, Liverpool has built a fighting dynasty. It started with the OGs. Paul Kelly, the gritty powerhouse who turned the octagon into a backyard brawl. He lived the life he fought hard, fast, and unapologetic. Terry Etam was the silent assassin, a submission specialist with 4 submission of the night bonuses. He put the world on notice. Liverpool technique was world-class. Then came the gorilla. Darren Till didn't just fight. He commanded the room. He brought the UFC to Liverpool and fought for the world title, proving a lad from Walton could conquer the planet. And you can't talk Scouse without Meatball Molly McCann, the first English woman to win in the UFC, showing the world that Liverpool heart is unbreakable. Now, it's the baddies world. Paddy Pimblett is the new face of the sport. Charisma, slick BJJ, and a number 5 ranking. He's not just here to take part, he's here to take over. Past or present, one thing is certain. When a Scouser steps in, the world watches. Who's your favorite Liverpool fighter? Let us know below.
The Republic of the Heart. The first thing the world learns about Liverpool is that it doesn't belong to anyone but itself. There is a reason for the saying Scouse, not English. While the rest of the world often prioritizes conformity, Liverpool celebrates the individual. You are a city of poets, talkers, and rebels. To an outsider, your defiance is your most beautiful trait. Whether it's the refusal to buy a certain newspaper, or the way the entire city wraps its arms around a family in grief. Your solidarity is a masterclass in what it means to be a community. You don't just look out for your own, you fight for them. A skyline that dreams. Standing on the Birkenhead side of the Mersey, looking across at the Three Graces, you realize Liverpool wasn't built to be a provincial town. It was built to be a world capital. The Royal Liver Building, with those 2 great birds looking out over the sea and the land. A monument to a people who were never afraid of the horizon. You were the gateway to the Americas, the second city of the empire, and that grandeur is still baked into the red brick and the Portland stone. You walk through streets that feel like a film set, yet they are pulsing with the grit and wit of real life. The world's soundtrack. The world owes Liverpool its heartbeat. It's easy to talk about the Beatles, but the world sees something deeper. We see a city where music isn't a hobby, it's a vital organ. From the basement of the cavern to the cop singing, "You'll Never Walk Alone." Liverpool is a city that understands the power of a chorus. When a Scouser speaks, there is a melody in the accent, a quick fire. Rhythmic wit that can cut you down or lift you up in the same breath. You have a humor that is gallows and gold all at once, a survival mechanism turned into an art form. Resilience as an art form. The world watched Liverpool during the hard years. We saw the industrial decline, the political abandonment, and the struggles of the 80s. But we also watched the comeback. Most cities would have crumbled, but Liverpool rebranded, rebuilt, and reinvented itself without losing its soul. You took the European capital of culture and didn't just host it, you owned it. You turned old warehouses into creative sanctuaries and docks into cathedrals of commerce. You proved that while buildings can be knocked down, the spirit of a Scouser is indestructible. Why the world loves you. The wit. Because a Scouser can tell a joke in a hurricane. The style. Because no one gets dolled up for a night out quite like Liverpool. The heart. Because you are the only city that truly understands that loyalty isn't a word, it's a lifestyle. Liverpool has a soul. It has a face. It has a personality. If you're a Scouser, you carry the city with you, no matter where in the world you go. And the world is better for it.
It's the city of Liverpool seem to be, everybody I speak to, whether they be big names, normal guys on the street, everybody's talking Paddy the Baddy.
Well, we back our own. It's something what our city's known for, and it's what we're amazing at. You know what I mean? Like, I hate a Robert McGregor quote, but if one goes to war, we all go to war. And that's the way it is in Liverpool. We back our own, and I'll be scoused to the death. Scoused to the death.
Beat me, hate me, you can never break me. Will me, thrill me, you can never kill me. Chew me, sue me, everybody do me. Kick me, kite me, don't jump like a bite me. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us.
UFC 324 is finally here. The highlight versus the baddie for the interim strap. Does Paddy keep the streak alive, or does Justin shut the lights out? Type your winner in the comments right now.
That fucker's right. Scousers do not get knocked out. That Scouser does not get knocked out. Oh my God. What a fucking gangster.
Fuck you. Everything you talk.
Little mushroom.
Fuck you. Everything you talk.
Little mushroom.
You know Stanley? Where you from, mate?
Just around.
You fucking Chelsea, aren't you?
Yeah.
You flash cockney bastards. You know Stanley?
I'm not.